Welcome back to Leap of Faith, the show that brings you the best and brightest among India's young entrepreneurs. I'm in conversation with the director of the lifestyle brand GOODEARTH, Simran Lal. And now we will analyze her business a little bit more with the redoubtable serial entrepreneur and chairman of Quattro, Raman Roy. Please welcome Raman. Welcome to Leap of Faith.
Thank you very much.
Simran, Raman is very keen to know the backstory, the creation of success. So he's going to ask you some questions of how you got to this point.
First of all, let me tell you what the wife and the daughter had to say. What do you know? Simran, you're going to meet her? GOODEARTH. What do you know about it? You're the wrong guy to go there. So
they
I have to prove them wrong.
Okay.
Right? So you spoke about, Simran, that the choice of education and what courses you took was because you knew one day you'd land up at GOODEARTH.
For some of them, yes.
Yeah. Now, when you showed up, there was something you had in your mind. Your mother had played a role.
Right.
Perhaps the business was discussed at the dinner table when you were a kid. And now you show up to work there, and there was something in the mind.
Right.
How was reality different?
Well, it's a very good question first, let me tell you. So obviously you're going to prove your wife and daughter wrong. But my mother had already started the business, and as I said, in 2002 it had a brand, people loved it, but it was small and, you know, a little sleepy and out there and everything. And I came in, as I told Simone, with a degree from FIT in product development and merchandising, and you would think that would really be very helpful. And as I said, it was helpful in just sharpening my mind and understanding, you know, understanding systems. But India is so different from any other place in the world, and I came in just, you know, dipping my toes into it, just wondering how it will be, because I don't see myself too much as a business person, though. I mean, here is, you know,
well, the reality proves you very
exactly. So that's it. I came in with that thought that I'm not a business person, and I realized that actually I'm not bad at it. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm brilliant at it, but you know, there's an intuitive. I come from a business family. It's somehow it's easier. It's discussed on the dinner table, just concepts and, you know, business thoughts and all of that.
The entire process of actually getting a concept to a shelf at GOODEARTH.
Right.
I mean, did you go through any kind of thinking to say, but I thought it would be very different, or it would be far easier? You know, a product that you visualize, you know, the traditional things which you saw someplace, you wanted to fine-tune it and bring it to the shelf there. What challenges did you face in doing that?
They were huge. I mean, huge challenges, and I think we did.
Because again, I want the viewers to understand that, you know, what they pay money to buy there, it takes a lot of thinking, planning, conceptualizing, a lot of pain and heartburn to get it on the shelf before they can buy it.
You're absolutely right. I mean, you know, there are so many aspects to this. I mean, there's the creative aspect. Okay, so in a way that comes more naturally and easily, but it still is there.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not easy. I mean, I'm telling you, you know, you have to find inspiration. You have to figure out how does that relate and translate to a range of products or a collection, right? You have to work on you know, stories on that. Then you have to see, is that also viable financially? Pricing, right? You have to see whether the quality, we stress and work so hard to get good quality. That means working with our vendors very closely. You know, we return a lot of things that are not up to the mark. It is an exhausting process, right? So getting the quality right, getting it in the right packaging, putting it out as a range of products, you know, SKUs, the, you know, store keeping units. How many? We have thousands and thousands. Managing those, you know, finally putting it out
at multiple stores.
At multiple stores. I mean, that adds another whole dimension to it. Stocking, how much should we keep? This is the biggest retail dilemma. Most retail stores everywhere in the world have sales because they've overstocked, you know, or they're stock outs. You know, our problem is always stock outs. Our biggest problem has been stock outs.
Great problem to have.
It's great, but it's not financially very good. This is what I learned over time, which is that, you know, if you don't have it, you can't sell it. And so that's a problem, you know.
Let me ask you a question to see if I make you uncomfortable with it. With what your dad did, what your brother does, what your mother did, is there a pressure of what the expectation is from Simran as she gets into this? Do you feel that pressure to say, oh shit, what will dad say? Oh shit, what will mom say?
I have to say they're very gentle and kind. I have to say that is not really. I think there is an internal pressure more than anything that I see. The thing is, we're really passionate, say, as far as GOODEARTH is concerned, really passionate about what we are doing. It's in our blood somewhere, and I want to make it a global brand from India. Really, you know, that's what we want to do. And that is my pressure, is we are going to, and it's a good pressure.
It is the aspiration.
Yes.
That is a big driver rather than
no, yeah, you know, I think in a way it's a good thing because GOODEARTH was so organic in its growth. There was no real pressure as such. You know, it wasn't that, you know, now you have to make it this. No, it's not that. It's actually a gentler growth, you know, but we have very good ambitions and high ambitions. I mean, we're going to make it a global brand. There's no question.
So let's talk about the global brand. You took the first step with Singapore.
Right.
Talk to us what went through your mind as you took that decision, because now the supply chain is even more complex and complicated.
It is.
And the target audience is perhaps different. So what went through the mind when you decided on the Singapore?
In Singapore, the person had been a GOODEARTH customer for years, and you know, she knew our product, she loved it, she understood our philosophy. It is something that really worked with her and with us, and that's why it's a success. Yeah. So we are looking for that philosophical tie-in, you know, and that buy-in. Actually, that's what we need.
What are the conflicts of Simran the mother with Simran the entrepreneur?
I feel fortunate because I have two lovely children. I have spent so much time with them, and yes, I do miss, you know, I have to be honest, I do miss being hands-on and being in the store and meeting things or going, you know, sourcing and all of that. I do miss that. But my philosophy is also that just enjoy every stage as it is. You know, right now you're a mother more than, you know, anything else. That changes over time. They grow up, then you regret not having spent that time. So it's a balancing. It's tough. It's not easy. I miss certain things and all of that, but I've been supported through it.
So I guess what you're saying is the journey is as fascinating as the destination.
Yeah, of course.
And your journey has been fascinating. I'm sure it will inspire a lot of the viewers. It's fascinating what you've created, and good luck into the future.
Thank you.
Yes, your journey really has been fascinating, and even more so because you have such a unique philosophy, and everything that you have done has been always shaped by that philosophy. It's been wonderful talking to you. Thank you, Raman, for your wonderful insights. As always, you always get the most amount of the backstory out from our guests, and for that I thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Simone.
Thank you,
Simone.
Thank you, Raman.
Simran Lal will stay with us, and we'll talk to our young friends in the audience so that they can become successful entrepreneurs themselves. That's coming up after the break. Keep it safe. We'll be right back on ET Now.